Communication. It plays a huge role in our lives every single day. It is something that comes so naturally to us that we often don't even realize we're doing it. You communicate every day through speaking, typing, body language. Even just your physical presence, or lack thereof, can be used to convey a message. This is why the study of interpersonal communication is such an intriguing concept. Everyone has communicated since they were so young, people tend to assume they're already an expert in the field. They already know everything there is to know. Those people couldn't be more wrong. This is something I learned through taking an interpersonal communication class. I've analyzed people and their behavioral patterns every single day. Other than complex vocabulary and the names of communication theorists, I was unaware there was anything left for me to learn. I was quickly met with knowledge of things I previously had never even thought about. Concepts about how different cultures relate to one another and how they keep to themselves, based solely on language and communication styles. Different ways different people handle conflicts and the methods that are most helpful in different situations. And how to maintain a healthy communication climate rather than a defensive and aggressive one. I learned that words matter, but just as important are the tone of voice you use, the past experience and current perceptions of the person to whom you're trying to convey a message, and the way you present yourself as well as the message to the person. Perhaps the most valuable thing about studying interpersonal communication is that it's immediately applicable to everyday life. No matter who you are or what you do, you communicate with people each day. I've applied this knowledge of the way people think and interact to friendships and finding the best ways to avoid unhealthy conflict, relationships with family by applying newfound knowledge of active listening and empathy, as well as in many relationships with others by learning to manipulate and maintain a healthy communication climate. Looking to how my knowledge of interpersonal communication can affect my future, I plan to enter the world of political communications. This is a field which relies heavily on understanding how others communicate. It is also necessary to constantly keep yourself in check and make sure you are being an effective communicator. I hope to one day use my communication knowledge to make a difference, to change things for the better. Proper knowledge of communication gives you many tools to help you have a positive effect on your community, city, and even on the world. If you become aware of the communication barriers between cultures, you can work around those barriers to avoid creating hostile environments between yourself and those who are different from you. You can use your knowledge of people's instinct to become defensive in order to avoid making someone feel attacked, or to avoid becoming defensive yourself and fighting back against a falsely perceived attacker who may just be offering advice. You can use active listening and practice empathy to understand and possibly find a need to help others. Interpersonal communication is a necessary skill in work, building relationships, and in life. It can give you so many tools to make your world a better place.